Good morning, y'all. It's time to sip some tea and learn some biology. So, today we're going to talk about all things black. All things black! That has to do with health. So, in that frame of mind, I decided that my tea for today is going to be a chocolate mint black tea. It's one of my favorites. Today we're talking about activated charcoal. I'm about to change your life. All you need to do is buy this, okay? Some coconut activated charcoal. It doesn't necessarily need to be this brand, but you need to just buy the activated charcoal because this is just such a highly absorbent detoxifier that it helps with just about everything. Now, you've probably heard about activated charcoal before. Do you remember why? Do you remember? Yes, it was always used to help if someone had ingested something highly toxic. So in that same frame, we already know that this activated charcoal is great to pull out toxins. You can use activated charcoal in three different ways. Actually more than that, but those are the ones I'm going to talk about. The first way you can use activated charcoal is in your cleansing routine, washing your face, putting on beauty mask, and the like. I have a sponge here that actually is infused with activated charcoal, so you can actually have that purifying rinse in the morning. And then I actually use black soap, and the reason why it's called black soap is because it has what in it? All things black! Next thing is you can make your own, or I made my own deodorant. I put in eucalyptus oil and some tea tree oil to really break up the cell wall of bacteria. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And it's really good if you're a person who's trying to not end up clogging up your pores. Those antiperspirants clog up your pores and things. I do still use regular deodorant from time to time when I don't need that clinical strength. And then lastly, you can actually use activated charcoal in the same format, but instead of putting eucalyptus and tea tree oil, you put peppermint oil in there, and you can brush your teeth with it, and it will give you a white smile. You can definitely tell a squeaky clean difference when you do that. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is internal cleansing. So just like we clean our face, we brush our teeth, a lot of times we don't take the time to internally clean. What do I mean by that? Your digestive system, okay? All that stuff that's going down. There is a myriad of characters in that digestive system. Some you need, some you don't. For me, I used to and still have issues with candidus. It is an overgrowth of a fungus that we all have. It just grows more when you have too much sugar and flour in your diet. Well, just too much of any of that refined processed foods. And also if you use too many antibiotics. So when I was young, I used antibiotics all the time because I would get strep throat. So what I use is, of course, my bentonite clay, but in this case, it's in a liquid form. I'll put a tablespoon of that with a tablespoon of colon cleanser. And then I also add, for extra flair, my Psyllium husk, which is this guy right here. After I've done that, in order to get the toxins that are breaking down out of my system, you just need 1/4 of a teaspoon of that. I put it in one of those protein shakes with a huge amount of water. So probably 16 to 32 ounces, 20 ounces will probably do you just fine. 20 ounces of water, I shake it up. You want to shake it up pretty good and drink it down immediately because that Psyllium husk will get thick. After doing that, then you need to also drink some water. From 6 to 8 hours later, you will get a pretty hefty elimination. And you might see some stuff you ain't never seen before. So I do that around 3 times a week. If I've really eaten a poor diet or if I've gone on a wine craze, because everybody knows I love my wine. Okay, I hope this was helpful. We talked about activated charcoal and all things black, y'all. All things peace black. And blessings. If you enjoyed this video and would like some more, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will give you more healthy tips and lifestyle changes.